Hey guys, hi, Brent, Abel, WebTennis, back here with you with our second video in this three-part video series specifically for your forehand, for your topspin forehand ground stroke. And first of all, I want to thank you for the comments and the questions, your feedback you left in the comment section of our first video. That always helps me get a much better understanding, much better insight as to what your challenges are, you know, what's working, what's not working, and specifically in this case on your topspin forehand ground stroke. So thank you very much for that. And after this video, please, right below here, I want you to leave me some feedback, questions, any kind of comments that you've got in this upcoming video today. So a quick recap on what we worked on in that first video, and the big thing for me was to make sure we laid the foundation in terms of busting the myth that topspin all by itself is a means to an end. It's going to help you win more points. And the thinking has sort of been that, well, if I can get more topspin, my forehand's got to get better, blah, blah, blah. And that's just not the case. What ends up happening is lots of mishits, lots of inconsistent shots, lots of unforced errors, and just massive frustration. So what I wanted to do with that first video, number one, was bust that myth that more and more topspin is the solution. It's not. Really what the solution is kind of changing from that mindset over to the mindset that, you know, we pointed out 4 different situations where you want to have sort of a different shade of topspin that sets up an opportunity for you, not as an all-out winner, but sets up an opportunity for you for a second shot, where then that might put you in the position to really have a put-away opportunity. So the whole point of this series is you've got an opportunity with these free tips that you're getting right now, this 3-tip video series, plus with the full detailed course that's coming out in a few days. You've got an opportunity for change, for transformation, going from that kind of shank fest we talked about in video 1 to really being able to become a smart topspin player, where you start to learn where, when, where you are in the court, the right time, what kind of topspin to use that's really optimal, that's going to help you set up for the rest of that point. And the reason I think I can help you with your forehand topspin ground stroke, you know, I've been teaching tennis since 1970, and I've been playing competitive senior tournaments really since the mid-80s, when I turned 35 in 1983. And since then I've been in 8 finals, singles, doubles. I've won 5 of those finals. And yet I'm still continuing to teach. My biggest audience right now is online, 22,000 plus students online. And so I've really got a unique combination of extensive tennis teaching experience and knowledge, plus still playing. And so what I am teaching, what I'm coaching students with now, here's how to realistically, specifically on this forehand topspin, use a forehand topspin that actually works in competitive match play situations. So I'm really looking forward to this opportunity of being able to help you change, help you transform from really an inconsistent shot on this topspin forehand to really something that's consistent and that really helps set you up in the point to gain advantage of that point. Okay, let's talk about the open stance and the closed stance. You know, do we play a topspin forehand with an open stance here, or do we play it with a closed stance? And my answer to you is that yes, we do. We play it with both an open and a closed, depending where you are in the court. And here's the key: where do you want to move to next? So for example, if you get pulled out wide, where you can get if you're right-handed, get your right foot out there and be able to play it back as a defensive high roller, a rally ball. You don't want to play a closed topspin, because the chances of you continuing to move off of the court because you get a little bit off balance, that's just too great. You really want to think about, where do I want to move to next after I play this shot? If you get pulled out wide, what I like to do is get over here with the right foot, roll the ball up to buy some time to get back to the middle of the court. I'm not looking to go out there and just crush a ball for a winner, because if I don't hit the winner and the guy's got the ball, now all of a sudden they've got the ball. We talked about this in the first video. You're stuck out here, you've got the ball, or they've got the ball, and now this is all wide open. So you're really thinking more about where do you want to go to next. Now on the closed stance forehand, when I use that is really when I want to be able to move towards my target. So if I'm going to go up the line with kind of a roller, semi-top roller, I'm going to move forward against this ball, and if I see that I've got my opponent sort of wrong-footed, I've gone up the line and they're going the other direction, I want to be able to follow that in. I don't want to have to be able to be over here open stance, rolling it up the line, kind of having neutral weight right here, and all of a sudden I see that my opponent has been wrong-footed. I can't take advantage and move in. So again, that gets back to where do you want to move to next. And in this case, I don't necessarily want to play it as an approach shot, but what I'm thinking is that if I stay closed and play some top, I now have an opportunity to move forward rather than playing that open stance forehand, which really doesn't let you move forward.
We're going with open stance or closed stance topspin forehand. The most important thing to be consistent with this shot is to ensure that the swing path, again, whether you're closed or open on this, you want to really make sure that your swing path goes out towards the target. And the way to ensure that is to really keep this front shoulder into the hit as long as possible. And again, it doesn't matter where this foot is, whether this foot is in a closed position or whether it's over here in an open position. You've still got to make sure you don't let this front shoulder open up too early. It's obviously got to turn a little bit, but it's got to not come out of the swing prematurely so that the racket will end up going, in this case for a right-handed player, kind of going from right to left sideways across the back of the ball. At some point you want to feel that you actually come up, and this shoulder, this front shoulder, if it kicks out, if it opens up too soon, you can't let that swing really kind of move up through the ball so that you can create that trajectory that you want. So again, here's an open stance forehand. I'm going to reach out with that right leg, going to back up, get a little backwards lean, but I'm still trying to keep this shoulder from swinging out too early. So the swing path has got a chance of going out and finishing up and out towards that target. So that's the one common element between those two, the open stance and the closed stance, that you got to make sure that you focus on.
Now, the other thing I promised you in video number 1 is that in today's tip, in video number 2, that I want to talk to you about what to do with a short ball. You've hit a nice ground stroke, topspin roller, rally ball. It's gotten up to the opponent. They sort of fight it off, and now you get a short ball. And what do you want to do with a short ball? And first of all, you got to get your mind right. You've got to get your mind right that this is not a put-away opportunity, no matter how short the ball is, no matter how fat a sitter is, because even though you might go to up the line corner, you might go cross court, you can't stop your opponent from guessing where you're going. And so, for example, if you get a little ball right in here, a few feet behind the tee, a fat sitter, and you just blast it to this corner, and your weight is still right here, your body weight, your position in the court is still right here, and your opponent guesses where you're going to play the shot, man, you are in a lousy court position right here. So what I do is I always think in the short ball, this is going to be at least a 2-shot play. And the first shot that I play off of that short ball is going to be an approach shot. I'm thinking I'm approaching somewhere, I'm going to get into, especially on this forehand, I'm going to get into a very minimal amount of topspin, enough to help bring it back down. And I'm thinking of this, I want to get on the ball early, and I want to get the ball at the top of the bounce so that I've got the best geometry over the top of the net when I go ahead and play this shot. Last thing I want to do in the short ball is let the ball get down low or let the ball crowd me. I got to have the right space to be able to play the approach shot. And so I want you to think about a couple things here. Number one, mindset. This is going to be a 2-shot play. If you go ahead and play your approach shot on the first shot off the short ball and the guy's not there and you hit a winner, way to go. It's a winner. But if that player does get over there and tries to go for a pass or puts up the lob, you're in really great shape now because you've played this as an approach and you moved in and you're now ready for that next shot. And you take the pressure off of yourself, off this short ball, thinking, here's a fast hitter, I've got to hit a winner, right? No. You don't have to hit a winner. What you've got to be thinking about is staying calm, playing an approach shot at the top of its bounce so you get the best geometry, play a little bit of top so that you can control the length, and then just get in. Just move through it and get in, and you get ready for that second shot. Okay, hope you enjoyed those tips today. I've got a third video coming up here for you in just a few days, and we're going to focus on grips. I want to debunk a couple of myths about topspin forehand grips, that you've got to be locked into one thing or another. We're to talk about that. And in the meantime, until that video comes out, man, I want to hear from you right below this video. What do you think about what we talked today in this video? You know, let me know your questions, your comments, any feedback right below the video. Make it a great day out there.